guys, here's what we're making today. The Small Makayla by Deja Patterns. This is all leather. This is leather. This is a sheep leather. And this is just a, I don't even know what kind of leather it is, but it's absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh. Then you have a twist lock. You open it up. And inside you have a matching accordion, a zipper pocket, and plenty of room for everything you need. It's so cute. So stinking cute. The Makayla by Deja Patterns. This is a custom order for someone. She's going to absolutely love it. Thanks for watching. Let's get started. Hi everyone, this is Barbie with Jeannie's Designs. I'm getting ready to do a bag that is a custom order for someone, and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. It is out of leather, so this is the coordinating leather. Isn't that gorgeous? And the main body is going to be this gorgeous chocolate brown. It's just stunning. So, and the lining is going to be beautiful waterproof canvas. So there's going to be one inside zipper pocket. It's going to be a shoulder strap, and it's going to be gorgeous. Let's get started. All right, so for the first thing we're going to do is do our strap connectors. You have two strap covers, which are these, and you fold them in on the long side. And I'm just going to pound these just a little. So I have two of those. And then our D-ring connectors. I did skive all of this. And then we're going to sew those just like we normally do. Okay, let's sew these. I'm going to move this over just a hair. There we go. So you can see. Using some gorgeous chocolate brown thread. Okay, those are our two D-ring connectors. And then on this piece, we are going to sew along the long edges now. Look. Then we'll do the other long edge. Okay. And then For our flap strap in the back, you just put a line down the middle, fold that into the center. We're not going to stitch this yet, however. Let me grab my directions. So then on these, we're going to do another seam at a different seam allowance. Choose very good directions. This is a pattern by Deja Designs. It's actually a beautiful pattern. It comes in 2 sizes. Let's do the next one. Okay, so these cover your D-rings. It's probably not required, but I think it looks good. You'd have to do your D-rings a little different if you didn't want to do it this way. So now we are going to pull this piece up on the inside and trim away some of this excess. I can find the scissors. Just be careful you're not cutting your stitching. And depending on your material, you may not need to do this, but because I'm using leather, which is thicker, you know, we want to do it. Then you are going to want to do your best to remove the double-sided tape, if any remains on here. Which can be a challenge, you know, really, once you put double-sided tape on. It can be a challenge. Let's do it. Let's try our best. I'll do it on fast forward. Okay. So the next piece is to do our shoulder strap. And she wanted a 3/4 inch shoulder strap. This is the small version of the Makayla. So it's going to end up being a 3/4 inch shoulder strap. going to be very nice. I'm actually carrying an Annabelle right now that has a 3/4 inch strap, and I actually like it. It's just a shoulder strap too. It's not a crossbody, and I really like it. Stays on my shoulder. It's perfect. Okay. Now I am going to put another little piece of tape down the center. To keep it together while I sew it. Okay. Let's sew it down each side. I'm going to put strap ends on here. This is a leather bag. You want it to look as finished as possible. Okay. Perfect. Let me go grab those. All right, so I did one end. I put a strap end on, and I just put the rivet on. The strap end is on that side. And let's just add, this is so much better to have a finished look like this. Whenever you have a leather bag, you want it to look as nice as possible. Little noise. And then add your rivet. And I'll go press those. All right, so take one of your lining pieces and your zipper overlay. And we're going to lay that, what she tells you to in the pattern, down from the top. Then we're going to stitch around the outside. And I'll pull those threads to the back. Tie it off in the back. And stop restarted. Even up your threads. Tie it off, and then we'll cut out the center. So the Makayla bag comes in 2 sizes. I have made the medium. This is the small. So once I get this done, I'll show you the comparison. I think I still have one. I may not, but I think I still do. Okay. Perfect. Here is my zipper. I need to go get some zipper. All right, so I have my zipper, and I put the tape here, and it should be back here. I don't know what I was thinking. And then we will do our zipper, and this is going to be a drop-in, so we're not going to need to leave this pocket open. All right, so that's good. So now take your zipper pockets, and we're going to stitch those on. I think I might put my narrow foot on. No, I'll just leave it for now. I don't do a lot of custom orders because I just don't have time. But this gal wanted 2 bags, so I'm happy to do it for her. And I enjoy making custom orders. I do, but they take a lot of time. The back and forth, the figuring out what exactly somebody wants. It's time consuming. It's worth it. You know, because I enjoy doing it. But I don't do that very often anymore. Just flattening out the zipper panel so it ends up being, oops, I think I ran out of, no? What was that about? Oh, I did. I ran out of bobbin. How is that possible? I sure did. I have another bobbin ready to go. Here we go. I have so many small bobbins that I'm really trying to use them up. So it just means you run out of them while you're sewing, which is not ideal, but it's fine. There we go. I have a white shirt on, so you're going to see all the threads. Isn't that funny? You're going to see every single thread on my shirt. All right, now let's put this in. My zipper pull is going to the left, which is what I want. Oh, there's a thread there. Okay, let's put it in. Nice and even. Perfect. Stitch around the inside and we'll pull those threads to the back as well. And stop where we started. I held on to the wrong thread. Isn't that funny? That's the right one. Pull that to the back. Even those threads out. Tie those off. Okay. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. All right, let's pull those down and we'll finish our pocket. This gal's gonna love this bag. I would. Alright. Now we will trim up our zipper and burn those ends. Perfect. Nice little zipper pocket. thread there. I don't like there. Okay. Nice. Next step. All right, the next step is to put your two lining pieces together. And she has in the pattern to do, leave the bottom totally open, but we're going to close it and finish it since we're going to do a drop in. And let me check the seam. Okay. The seam allowance, I should say. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and box my corners. And I'm just going to lay my, nestle my seams, one seam going one way and one seam going the other. And whichever way you do it, you just want to do it the same way on the other side. It just looks nicer. Probably wouldn't be able to tell, but I would. All right, let's do that seams, those two seams. Okay. And I am going to trim these ends. Just make them even. All right. Nice. Okay. Next step. Okay, so on your pattern piece, she gives you all the measurements for the gusset on the end. So just make sure you're paying attention to that because it does make a difference. So on the end, we're centering this strap connector and we're going to sew just a little box. Let's make sure it's nice and straight. This box won't be seen. So that's what that looks like. It's kind of hard to see. So that looks like this from the back. Just a little box. Okay, and then we're going to grab a D-ring, 3/4 inch D-ring, and we're going to add that, and that is going to end right there. And I'm going to use a tiny piece of tape. Right there. I'm just going to make sure I'm doing this right. Yep. take your tape off, paper. If you can get the paper off your tape, that's always helpful. And then we're going to fold that down right there. And then I am going to do another, just a quick little seam. Okay. Perfect. Then you're going to grab one of your strap connectors, and she has a little template that you need to mark these and trim them. It's kind of like it's a little narrower on the top than it is on the bottom. Okay, perfect. Then we're going to add those right there. Perfect. So add it to the bottom line. And then I think we do add a rivet. Yeah, I'm going to add a rivet. Just for security's sakes. It's a small bag. It probably doesn't need it. But I am going to add a rivet. I feel better about it. Last thing you want is any straps coming loose, you know. So I'm going to add a rivet right here underneath. Right in the center. Right there. You won't even be really able to see it, but I'm going to go press that and I'll be right back. Actually, let me do it on the other side, and that way you don't have to watch me do things 12 times. Yep. Okay, let's do the other side. Oops. For some reason the tape paper doesn't want to come off this leather. There we go. Right there. Yep. Just making sure I'm doing it the same way. And do a little box. Add your D-ring and bring it down to that next line that you marked. And I am just going to do another stitch, and then we'll add a rivet. Okay. Perfect. Let's add a rivet there. None of this is going to be seen once it's covered with the strap cover. Kind of a unique feature. I kind of like it. All right, let's go press. All right, so let's add our strap cover. And then we'll just baste the sides. So they stay in place until we make it. Finish it up. Do the other side. And repeat on this end. I'm just going to make sure I have them in the same location. Yes, I do. I have clips everywhere. Thread and clips everywhere. All right. Very cute. I really like it. So here are your two gusset strap connectors. And the nice thing is they'll fold down out of the way when we're making the bag, but they are very secure because there's a rivet there. All right, next step. All right, so take your flap and make sure that you're marking where your magnetic snap or your twist lock is going to go on the exterior piece. I'm going to do it at the end because I want to make sure that it fits. My lining piece of my flap, my exterior flap is right sides together, and we're gonna leave this straight edge open, and we're gonna sew it at the seam allowance in the pattern. All right, then I am going to use some pinking shears to trim this up. I think it'll work with this leather. Let's see. Oh yeah, beautiful. You have a little bit of a curve here. It's not too dramatic, but you want to make sure that you can get a nice edge. We're going to top stitch it. Same here on these corners. Okay. Beautiful. Turn it right side out. And we'll top stitch it. Oh, that looks so good. So pretty. This leather is one of my all-time favorite leathers. Okay. I'm sure it's just 1/8 of an inch. Yeah. Okay. Now I am going to do the top straight edge, but before I do that, I want to make sure that where my twist lock goes, there's enough stability there. So if I can get my little washer out of there. Okay. Okay. So this is going to go right here. And I'm just going to mark for my hole that I need to make. And I need to make a, I don't think I can see that. Nope. There we go. That's better. All right, let's punch our hole. And we're going to go through all the layers. And I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but waterproof canvas does not like leather cutting dies. Isn't that funny? So I always have to cut it out afterwards. It gets it some, but not completely. It's okay. Let's make sure that's going to work. Not quite big enough. Not quite big enough. So let me make these just a little bigger. You want to go smaller to start with, and then go bigger as needed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a little bit more. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm just going to punch for my screw holes. You definitely do not want to make it too big. And if you're going to use any flame next to this, just be very careful. All right, let's see how that is. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to get some Loctite. And we're going to put just a little bit of Loctite in our screw holes. Ever so little. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to tighten those up by hand. Perfect. See how that looks? It's nice and even too. I love it. Okay. Get rid of all my tools. Now I can go sew across the top here, just to close it up. I wasn't sure if I needed to be in there or not. Last thing I want to do is do any Jack the Ripper unnecessarily. Okay. Perfect. So the flap is done. Next step. All right, so the next step is to take your back and mark for where your flap is going to go. And there are two lines. I just drew one all the way across. Then I put tape on the wrong side, and we're centering. Oops, I need to mark my center on the line. Right there. and place your flap right on that line centered. Okay, then we're going to stitch across that, excuse me, to secure it. This will all be covered by the flap connector piece, which is kind of nice. Okay, beautiful. It's nice and even. Now, before I move on, I'm going to get those marks off my leather. Let me see. Yeah, don't leave those marks on there. They don't want to come off. That's interesting. There we go. Okay. All right, now we're going to take our connector piece. I can find what I did with it. There it is. And we're going to lay that here. And that covers all that up just beautifully on those second lines. And then we're going to stitch across those. I forgot those lines would be covered up, so don't really have to worry about getting them off. And then come back and go across the top. It's a little thicker because you're going through all those layers. Perfect. It looks so good. So pretty. Now, I think she has us do another row of stitching, but let's look. No. Don't really need to. Looks good. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Next step. All right, so for installing this part of your twist lock, just make sure you know which way it goes. So when I put it in there, the prongs are going up and down. So you need to make sure that you understand that. And every twist lock is a little different. So just practice with it before you put it, make your holes in your material, whether it's leather or vinyl or whatever it is. Then we're going to add that. Add our little washer. And make sure it's nice and snug. Perfect. Cover that with a little piece of fleece or a piece of tape or whatever you have handy. And I did go ahead and add my name tag to the bottom right front. So that's what it looks like. There's my tag right there. Beautiful. All right, next step. Let's see, I think we're ready to do our gusset. Yep. Okay. So all your centers are marked. And we're going to do our gusset. I'm going to add it and clip it. And I am going to use some of my little metal clips because they just hold so well. So I'll clip this on fast forward and then we'll sew it together. Perfect. Let's see how we did. Oh my gosh, that's just perfect. Can you see it? Love it. All right, let's add this other side. I'll do that on fast forward. All right, so because we're doing a drop-in lining, we are going to fold these down. So I did open my seams on my outside and my inside and put tape around it. And then we're just gonna pull that paper off and fold these seams down. You don't have a huge top seam here, so just keep that in mind. Just get it nice and even. And then on these corners, I am going to put one of these clips to keep it in place. While I do my lining piece. Same thing on the lining. Obviously it's much easier because it's not as thick. And the paper is giving me fits today. Perfect. Then I am going to go finish it on Thor. But let's get it turned. Turn the outside right side out. And it turns pretty easily, actually. This is not extremely thick leather, but it's nice and sturdy. Oh, my corners look amazing. She's gonna love it. Oh, and just so you probably saw it, I did 2 rows of seam stitching on the exterior. You want to do that with leather especially. I don't do it all the time, but it depends on the leather. I felt this leather needed it. I'm going to put our zipper pocket in the back. And we're going to evenly add our sides. And then we'll clip it all the way around. I'm going to pull these down a little bit more. I don't like how that looks. Okay. And let's clip it all the way around. Fits perfect. Drop-in linings are a really good option if you have materials that you really don't want to have to turn through a small hole. And I didn't want to. Even though this leather is not extremely thick, it still has a decent temper. So it would have been difficult to turn it through a small zipper hole, zipper pocket hole. And that would not have been any fun for me. Okay. Let me go get Thor threaded and we'll do it over there. All right, let's do it. I'm going to start in the back. And I am going to back stitch just 1 or 2 stitches. I may have to take this table off. No, I'm not going to. Hold your threads, Barb. Here we go. And these threads always get in my way, so I have to clip them out of the way. All right, here we go. You know what? I gotta take that table off, so let me clip these. This bag is just a little too small to do it with the table on. A little too small. Most time that's not the case. Okay, I'm going to pull this one to the back. Since I have more than one, and tie it off. Okay, let's try it again. Hold your threads. Let's start where we stopped. Right there is good. Hold your threads. Couple back stitches. I don't like it. I don't like that. Hold on. Yeah, we're missing the I'm missing the exterior because it's so thick right there. So I'm just gonna back that out a little bit. Yeah, don't like it. See, my line, my exterior, I need to fold down a little more. There we go. That is better. I'm going to put some of these clips on. Let me do something. Hold, please. All right, so sometimes you have to, especially on leather and vinyl too, you have to crimp the corners where your thickness is. And that's what I did. I just went along there and crimped my corners. And now we're going to start right where we started. So I'm in the same holes. And we're just going to go slow around these edges here. Perfect. Much better. Much better. Just want to make sure you're catching your lining, especially with leather. You don't want to have to do it more than once, that's for sure, like I did. But I went in the hole, so you never know. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's see. First of all, we got to make sure we caught our lining everywhere. And we did. It's a beautiful thing. And then I'll show you, let me clip these threads. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Just perfect. There's a little thread right there. All right. Oh my gosh, this is the cutest little thing ever. She's gonna love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go back over there. I'll be right. All right, guys, here it is. This is the cutest thing ever. I mean, it is so cute. Here is your Makayla, the small version. It's got that Decaville Heavy in the bottom. It's got that gorgeous twist lock. And this is a removable strap, so if she wants to ever change the strap out, she can. Then you open it up, and inside you have a zipper pocket and plenty of room, really, for all the essentials. And the lining fits perfect. Then she also wanted a matching small accordion. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. These fit in here perfect. She's gonna love it. I love it myself. Oh my gosh, isn't that adorable? Thanks for watching.